morning, everybody. Wanting to better explain some of the intensive planting techniques that we talk about. So with a lot of our clients and our teachings, we're very interested in maximum food production, and what that really ultimately translates to, well, one of the things is making sure that your beds are completely full by April 1st. And what that means is that we don't just put transplants in the ground by April 1st. It means your beds are full and exploding with quick producing crops, and a lot of times with companions or interplanted plants that are longer maturing. And this is a great example of what we're talking about with that. So if we can kind of zoom in here, basically what we have here is two different plants. There, we started off with kale. So we can see our curly kale transplants came in here, and they're like a foot and a half apart. But it's gonna be a good 6 weeks until these kale plants are really producing well. So what do we do with all this empty space in the meantime? Well, at the same time, we densely seeded arugula all around it. So now within, another few weeks, all of this arugula is gonna be filling up this entire bed, and we'll be harvesting every week off a different section of this arugula. And in the meantime, the kale plants are gonna be getting bigger and bigger. Then come mid-May, we're gonna have, really well-established kale plants, and our arugula is gonna kind of be on its last leg. It's gonna be bigger, it's gonna be leggier and bitter. Some of it might start flowering if we get a big spike in heat. So at that time, we can kind of cut all of our arugula out for its final harvest and let this kale occupy this space for the late spring and through the summer. So that's just kind of how we manage some of this intensive planting. I would also say this arugula could just as equally be other quick producing crops, things like radishes, quick Hakurei turnips, or other baby greens as well. So let us know if you have any questions about how to do intensive planting, making sure you're filling up the beds by April 1st.